Too many black bodies falling. Come on, brothers, love one another. Put down the gun. Let's go. Any place, anytime, anyone can get it. Bust that gap, pills of water when I wet it. I owe niggas shots like doctors paid on credit. The white good K kid who wanna catch it. Nigga claim gangsta, let me see him rep it. Dog want a bone, come fight or fetch it. It's hectic. We caught him heading for the exit. Cat straight pussy, hold spot like a leopard. I come with crook and flail the flock, need a shepherd. Hang with hooks and nails, the Glock, spray like pepper. Clear out the block, then moving like a settler. Chop down trees, make it rain like the weather. They call me king of rock, I'm tougher than leather. With the heavy clip, trigger light as a feather. With the HK, I'm like Koch with the heckler. Play my pawns like chess, this ain't checkers. I'm reckless, and you caught up in the nexus. New Jersey drive, my dude about the Lexus. Gun real big, like I get them just from Texas. Hollow tip, hollow out, corn solo plexus. My nigga reckless, he's living reckless. Scratch your itch hill, snatch your necklace, a hooligan and wretched. I'll cast like a leopard. Nightfall hit, he get it quick like a leopard. In the jungle, makes you humble. Where seas don't wave and bees don't fumble. Put up, player, I hear it off and tumble. I suggest y'all niggas step before y'all niggas stumble. Any place, anytime, anyone can do it. Putting bodies in the casket, family's gonna view it. Mother carried flowers, father never knew it. Wasn't there to raise the baby, and the block won't excuse it. YG claimed blood, OG said prove it. Try to push rape, a little nigga couldn't move it. First he starts to use it, then he starts to lose it. Now blood on his door like the little nigga Jewish. Caught up on the block, twisted like a Rubik's. Bricks weighing grams, caskets measure cubits. Bodies keep dropping, families going through it. Brothers on the run like Jesse, you can do it. Living fast and furious with guns in the Buick. Everybody stick them up, and I ain't trying to glue it. Lawyers out to sue it. The courts won't excuse it. Black body in the chair, and the judge said executed. Think this shit is glorious? My nigga, don't be stupid. Mother broken hearted, but the shooter wasn't Cupid. Evil goes around like the devil chopped his fruited. 3-6 mafia like Bishop started juicing. My nigga reckless, he's living reckless. Snatch your itch hill, snatch your necklace, a hooligan and wretched. I'm cast like a leopard. Nightfall hit, he get it quick like a leopard. In the jungle, makes you humble. Where seas don't wave and bees don't fumble. Put up, player, I hear it off and tumble. I suggest y'all niggas step before y'all niggas stumble.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Hakeem Green. That is Reckless by your boy Hakeem Green. Produced by Ron Lawrence. Video by Turtle Gang. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody involved in Reckless. My man DJ June, DJ Lil Taj, my boy Cool Reek Ali. What up, Reek? I want to give a shout out to Mars, Cash. Who else was in? Rob Coles, the OG, made a cameo appearance. That was dope. That was very, very dope. And of course, the great city of Newark, New Jersey. You know, May 12th is a big day, election day in Newark, New Jersey. I need everybody who's in Newark, New Jersey to make sure y'all go out there and vote, preferably for the Honorable Mayor Ras Baraka. Let's give him one more term. Keep up all that great work he's been doing over the last 3 terms. You know what I'm saying? Definitely rock out in that regard. Team Baraka all day. Big shout out to Do It All Kelly, West Ward councilman for the great city of Newark, New Jersey. Also member of the legendary hip-hop group Lords of the Underground. Notice I said hip-hop, not rap group, right? Hip-hop and rap, definitely 2 different things. And if hip-hop is not just what we do, it's how we do it, you know? Just remember that. Put a pin in that right there. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Hip-hop is not what we do. It's how we do it, right? So we could be rapping. We could be doing all types of things, including being West Ward City Councilman for a city like Newark, New Jersey. And you can be the mayor as well because, you know what I mean? Mayor Ras Baraka is definitely hip-hop. You know, check that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill and you see the brother spitting bars on that. So, yeah, hip-hop is how we carry ourselves. It ain't just rapping. We got to make that clear distinction. Yeah, this is the IZM Sports Show, episode 231. And since we're talking IZM as our roll up, I want to direct you guys over to Madism Inc. MADIZMINC.com. We got a lot going on. It's also the Hakeem Green website. So you're going to get music, you're going to get merchandise. All we do is Spark Madism t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. You see what it is. All we do is Spark Madism on the back. And of course, we got the baseball tees, got flavors, pond flavors, get something to match you. You know, whatever brand of sneakers you're wearing these days. We not want to get nobody on shout out because they're not paying checks over here yet. They start paying checks, we'll shout them out. But we are shouting out Madism, you know, because we got that shit for your ass, including don't sell your ass. DSYA. Don't sell your ass. We got a lot going on over there. Like I said, it's HakeemGreen.com as well as Madism.com. So you'll find out about your boy, Hakeem Green. What up, Highs? I see you in the building. Big shout out to you. Moving the culture. Yeah, that's what we do. We're going to move the culture. We definitely going to move the culture. So we talk sports over here at Madism Sports, which is also a part of the culture. Hip-hop is in full effect in all type sports arenas, basketball, football, baseball, tennis, golf. Yeah, I mean, hip-hop kind of runs thing as a cultural, you know, as a culture. We run things, not just here in America, but worldwide. Everybody identifies with hip-hop culture. We got to make sure we remind folks that, you know, so we don't lose sight of that fact. You know, that said, I got introduced to an article today. It was talking about K-pop, which is a genre of music in Korea that has spawned some huge Korean artists, South Korea, some huge Korean artists, basically imitating and mimicking Black folks. Everything from the way we wear our hair, they'll get afros and dreads, and the way we wear our clothes, the types of clothes and brands that we wear. You know, they remake, you know, American hip hop music. They reshuffle that deck and basically bite our style without giving us credit for it. This shit is crazy. I'm talking about K-pop right now.
What up? What up? Oh, yeah. K-pop. Oh man.
Yeah,
go off, man. Because I just found out that the brother Teddy Riley was producing in Korea for 4 years. I didn't know till I saw him on Drink Champs.
Oh, word! Hey, that's dope for Teddy Riley. That's dope for Teddy Riley because K-pop is something that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like really, really big. It's been rocking probably 15 years, 20 years almost, K-pop. Right? Yeah.
I mean, I remember, like 15 years ago, I remember Black kids in Baltimore telling me that they don't not only listen to Korean pop music, but they also watch Korean soap operas. Like infatuation with the culture, and plus with the Japanese side, with the anime and stuff. It's just a big, I guess, for lack of a better term, cultural exchange, I guess.
Yeah, well, a friend of mine, big shout out to Cheryl Wesley, sent me an article today about basically K-pop as a genre and how they, for the most part, make it their business to disassociate themselves from Black people, Black culture. Like they're definitely biting our style, but then at the same time, eliminating us from their version of what we're doing.
That's trash, man.
Yeah, you know,
doesn't surprise me, but disappointing nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up real fast, just real quick while we're waiting for some other folks to enter the building. Hopefully, K, West, Coach E will hop in. There's so much to talk about in the world of sports, and we're gonna get to that. This is Madism Sports. We like to keep it sports, but every once in a while we shift over into other areas of life. And I got here by, you know, noting that hip hop is not just what we do, is how we do it. I was shouting out Do It All for what he's doing in the great city of Newark, New Jersey as West Ward Councilman.
Salute. Yes.
You know, using hip hop as a way to, you know, reach and talk to our peoples.
Yeah.
So that's how I got here. And I talked about the power of who we are as a culture, and that we can't lose sight of that because then people will steal it from us.
Yeah, I saw a story recently about. I don't know if this is what you're going to share. So if it is, I'll just wait. But about BTS, the
Hey,
huge.
that's where I'm going.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I'll
K-pop
lay out.
keeps copying black culture while ignoring it. BTS, one of the most popular K-pop groups in the world, is receiving backlash for their recent project, Arerang. BTS released an album teaser video featuring Koreans at Howard University, where they first recorded music in the United States. I want to say that's 1996, not 1896. There's a little typo.
No, 1896. Yeah, yeah.
Or
Howard University. Yeah,
1896. Wow.
Howard University. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Recorded music in the United States based on, okay. K-pop uses this video to portray the genre's origin in the United States. Let me see its origins. I'm lost now. K-pop uses this video to portray the genre's origin in the United States. In the animated scenes, Korean men are shown singing in front of the historic Founders Library. However, viewers can only spot two black people in the crowd, surrounded by mostly white and non-black individuals, which sent social media into an uproar. Many people were disappointed by the whitewashing of Howard University's campus, a historically black college, HBCU. Some found the portrayal tasteless, and others believe BTS was paying homage to black campuses and the work done there, particularly in welcoming Korean musicians. For many black audience members and pop culture enthusiasts, the video felt like another slight from the K-pop industry toward black people. History continues to repeat itself when it comes to K-pop appropriating black culture or showing ignorance towards the black community. There are countless examples of K-pop groups drawing inspiration from black artists, particularly in hip hop and R&B. They replicate sounds associated with black musicians, especially from the 1990s, as well as visual concepts rooted in that era, all direct reflections of black culture. Yeah. So, what up, Coach E?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up, Coach?
Good,
yeah. I got a call right at 6:59. Somebody hit me up.
Nah, it's all good. No, I was just quickly reminding people of the power of hip hop culture and how we have to maintain leadership in the culture. We have to properly gatekeep the culture so things like what we just went over doesn't happen. You know, we get our just due. We extract the value for the things that we create. So yeah.
Let me ask you this though, because we've essentially sold a culture. How can we continue to be the gatekeepers of something that we've actually sold?
The same way other communities here in America do it. This is a capitalist society, a capitalist, society, right? But other groups of people are able to hold on to their culture, though they sell it or they sell aspects of it. We can't continue to go, well, we're selling it. Well, we got to eat too, like, and we're creating something. And if we sold it, that'd be great. We're actually giving it away.
I think that's my point. Like we've given it away. So then, therefore, how can we?
Well, because we keep giving it away. But I think we're in agreement. Part of the issue is us not recognizing our true value, so we co-sign the theft. We co-sign the theft. Oh man, you just hating.
Yep.
Oh man, it's about these kids.
Mm-hmm.
We got to put ourselves in a place where when we hear these phrases, we check that shit. And we go, well, maybe we need to stop supporting you in your work and giving away our culture.
Well, that's the most difficult part. We support everybody else's work, and ask nothing in return.
Yeah.
We are a giving people.
Yeah, we are giving people. All right. Kai, you want to say something to this topic? Or?
Well, I agree with everything that you brothers are saying about that, and we could make this a whole other show if we dove into that. I will just say this, just being maybe foolishly optimistic. I think, and I don't know one way or the other, but I did read that article about BTS. I'll just say this. Because those guys are young and Korean, and to my own admission, I didn't even know that there was a Korean doo-wop scene in the 1800s on Howard University until this all came out. Until I see otherwise, or until I read otherwise, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they, particularly as the group, might not have known about the dynamics of what was going on at Howard University. And I'm going to put the onus on the people that are, whether the label or whatever business people that are putting this out, that were knowledgeable and that do believe that whitewashing it can make it more marketable to the American market. But either way, that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is that makes me really optimistic is we live in a space now where we can see these things and react to them in real time, as opposed to 20 years later when it's like, oh yeah, remember when BTS did that thing in 2026 and it's 2046.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Nah. I agree. Yeah. We don't want to put it on the young artist, but like, the onus is really on us and how we gatekeep our culture to establish a protocol, establish just certain cultures, certain groups of people. We all just know not to fuck with them. It's like there'll be a price to pay, So, and we can levy prices. Ask Target, they know. Well, they're figuring it out. They had to fuck around and find out. when we are on code.
FAFO.
Yeah, man. We causing an effect. But so let me go back over here because there was something that I wanted to get into before we got into the basketball. Hold on. Loading. No, that ain't the one. Damn. I wanted to talk about, I think I put it in the chat, in the text chat. I know I wanted to talk about the Houston Texans trading their star right tackle to the Browns and how that would be a huge plus for Shedeur. Oh, let me get the information correct, gentlemen.
Oh, you still thinking Shedeur playing?
Oh, he is. He's starting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Right now he's taking reps with the first team.
Okay.
Why you say that, Coach? What makes you?
As much as I believe he should start, is supposed to start. I think this is all smoke and mirrors right now.
Really?
If Deshaun can play, we don't know. We haven't seen him. It seems like in 3 years. He's going to start. And if he gets hurt, then I think Shedeur play. I just believe that Deshaun has to play for one reason. You can't sit somebody making that much money on the bench. I think they would prefer to put him out, let him get hurt, and then bring in Shedeur. Because unlike any other quarterback or player we've seen in the past, that contract's fully guaranteed. They'll never be able to move him. He's got to play.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point. Either way you slice it, I don't really mind that because of that reason, Coach. But I think they know that Shedeur is the future.
I agree. I agree with that.
He's going to be the future. Hold on, let me tap in right fast.
You mean to tell me a team with playoff expectations is the Texans just handed the Browns a whole gift. And some of you are celebrating like Houston won the deal. Make it make sense. Houston Texans traded away their offensive tackle. And I'm sorry, but this feels like Cleveland just robbed the bank at a discount. The Browns didn't overpay. They didn't mortgage away their future. They capitalized. You mean to tell me a team with playoff expectations is just casually moving off a starting caliber tackle for that price? Meanwhile, Cleveland, a team that's been desperate to stabilize their offensive line, steps in and grabs him at a low
cost. But here's where it gets interesting. I understand Houston's logic. Maybe they're clearing cap. Maybe they trust their depth. Maybe there's a scheme that protects the edges enough. Cool. But when you trade a premium position like offensive tackle, you better be right. Because if that replacement struggles, if CJ Stroud starts to take more hits, something we know y'all cannot handle, that trade flips fast. And Cleveland, they're just sitting there like, appreciate it. Low risk, high upside. So I'm asking you, did the Texans outsmart everyone, or did the Browns quietly win the deal and nobody wants to admit it? Tell me who won.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, though. One thing I'm never going to do is give the Browns front office credit for some genius move. I'm going to have to see it.
Yep.
Because God forbid, because I don't wish that on his brother, but God forbid we find out he's hurt. He has a lingering issue that, you know, and they just got fleeced, or they not fleeced, but you know, it's just something because they didn't do their due diligence to cross their T's and dot their I's. And I'm only saying this biasly because it's Cleveland.
Let me see. Coach, you want to add on to that, or you good?
Yeah, I mean, boy, do I agree with you, Kai. You can't give Cleveland front office credit for anything. I don't know if they've ever done anything right. Yes, this will be interesting to see. For me, it's more about Houston because they have a solid team. They are right there at the cusp. What made them think this was a good move for them? That's the scary part. You know, so we'll see. It's great. It's great for Cleveland, but
on paper,
not doing anything right.
You know, in the long, I mean, you can never go wrong by, I think, you know, securing your offensive line. Everything starts, you know, in the trenches, with, as they say, whether you're running the ball, passing the ball, you got to be able to protect the quarterback. You got to be able to open up holes for your backfield. So, you know, securing that line is a great move for the Browns if that's what they did. Because like you said, you can't really trust Cleveland. You know, Deshaun Watson was all world in Houston, got to Cleveland and looked like dun-dun-dun. So, you know, that can happen. But if it works out the way planned, I think it'll be a great move, you know, especially since, you know, Deshaun hasn't been able to really operate like he did in Houston. And I think the future Shador. So, you know, again, getting things ready for Shador to take over the reins, I think is smart and helpful for the cause.
I hope so. I really do.
Shador Sanders, go, go, go.
Fact.
Yeah.
Hey, something just came across my timeline. I just sent it to you, Hot, about the NBA investigating Scott Foster.
Really?
The official,
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, send that to me. Email it to me so I can put it up.
Did you see that out of bounds play when it?
Say it again.
When
just send it to you on Instagram.
Okay.
Did you see when Jalen Johnson stepped out of bounds and they said it was OG Anunoby?
That's
Scott Foster,
the call. Yeah, that's the call that prompted the investigation.
Gee,
all right, so you know what? I was gonna get into this draft thing. I'm gonna just put this on pause, right? Because I think this is an interesting conversation. Scott Foster, you know, being investigated by who? The NBA or by
NBA is looking at him. Yeah,
NBA is looking at him, and Scott Foster has been accused of, you know, not being right and exact. Not just him, but you know, across the NBA referee circles.
Yeah,
they've had a long history. We know since Tim Donaghy.
Yep.
Kind of shine light with his situation. He said he wasn't a one-off. It just wasn't him. It was whatever their association, the referees association. It was wide. She was crazy.
Yep.
And then we know with gambling, we've seen what went down with Chauncey Billups. What's the boy's name with played for Cleveland?
Damon Jones. I think he just took a deal.
Yeah, he just took a deal.
Yeah.
He's looking at three to 6, I think.
Yeah, he told.
yeah.
He told.
He told something. We don't know what, but he told something.
Yeah, man. It's just like, I mean, there's always been the underground gambling circuit. There's always Vegas. There's always Atlantic City. There's always, you know, what's going on with the line, whether it's legal or illegal, right? But with this expansion of legalized gambling and then the NBA being
Partners.
Partners in it. It's just it's all a bad look. I don't see it getting better before it gets worse.
I think it'd be what ruins professional sports.
I agree.
Because I think we're at the point now we all look at games with skepticism. Whether it's calls, whether it's how players are playing, it's all. Even Booker won the games last week. When he was talking about the officiating, he called it WWE.
Yeah,
we know it's entertainment. We never thought of it like that or looked at it that way. But when the players are having those same feelings, that's the only way it can go. The gambling thing, you can't be partners with gambling when you're a professional sports organization.
Yeah. And it's crazy. I agree, Coach, because with so many gambling companies being partnered with the media companies,
yes,
the ESPNs, the Fox, that's, as we all know, in any other genre, this is just propaganda, and this is grooming and building you for, like, so many people that I know personally that I'd never known to be gamblers. Like, it's certain people that would have the slip for college football and NFL. They would fill out the paper slip, or you go to the place that looks like a cash checking place. Like, I know those guys, and those guys have been doing that for a long time. But there's so many guys that I know now in the past 5 years that are hardcore FanDuel people that I've never known to be gamblers. And it's the propaganda, and it's the grooming, and it's the way the media kind of indoctrinates so many people into the gambling. And to your point, Coach, and I think that's what makes it scary. For professionals.
I don't know which one of the streaming services. It might be Prime, but throughout the game, like, you can pull up a whole sidebar while you're watching the game and place bets on whatever's going on in the game in real time.
It's crazy, man. Yep. It might be Prime. I know Prime, you can purchase products from Amazon while watching the game through ads and stuff. I didn't see the gambling, but I wouldn't be surprised if Prime was doing that as well.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble at all. But
me neither.
I have been tempted to, like, what, let me just click this right here. Because it's easy. Nah, he's not gonna make 3 threes. You're right. So it's,
or jokers. There's one guy who does commentary around betting in the NBA and the NFL, and he said that he had who was the over? It was Kevin Durant was gonna, some over under on, I don't know, field goal percentage or whatever, and then, like, the minute he made the bet on it, 15 minutes later, he's scheduled not to play.
Wow.
Yeah, like, that happened.
It was like right away. It was like, he put the bet down, and then, out the blue, Kevin Durant's knees messed up. He's not going to be playing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It just doesn't,
I get disgusted when I watch ESPN, and on a show like First Take, which, they have whatever they have with their takes and all, but the gambling guy, guru or whatever, is on there. Like, he's a regular part of the show, and it's like, what are we doing? This isn't sports commentary. I don't want to hear from him.
I know, man.
Yeah. Then on top of it, we got Kalshi, we got Poly Markets.
Yes.
Now you can bet on anything.
Yep.
So it's like an indoctrination. It's a psychological operation going on. With,
not to go too far,
is being bought into the whole gambling culture. That's crazy.
Yeah. Not to stray too far away from sports with this, but just to that point, Kalshi and Poly Market, I don't know if it probably didn't catch your timeline just because geographically, maybe it did, but Polymark and Kalshi a couple months ago did these free supermarkets in New York, these pop-up supermarkets in New York City, where you go in and get free groceries. It was just like it's dope, But it's also like, hey, look at Kelsey, look at Polymarket. We care about the
it's
community.
it's the give
We're
back.
giving away free groceries. It's like, oh, how could you be mad at us? But you
Yeah.
can also bet to see if there's going to be a bombing in a foreign country tomorrow and win $1 million on that too. So it's like that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of, to use your quote, psychological operations that they're doing on people to kind of soften us up and butter us up for the real diabolical shit that they're doing to us in our society.
Right. So everybody's sports fans, everybody's locked into the sports world. So you really go heavy on sports.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer, easy.
You're grooming a whole new generation of young people who are into sports, who are now introduced to gambling, where it would be that one or two kids in your school who got in there, but now it's like, nah, it's just a part of our everyday is putting down bets on the line on anything. That's crazy.
On anything.
And
Squid
it fits
Game, bro.
with how they digest the game as well, because they only digest the game in little bits, small pieces. So if you can bet on something as small as how many points you're gonna have in the first quarter, how many assists in the next 3 minutes, stuff like that's how they digest the game anyway. So those kind of bets are what appeals to them. It's not even really about the whole game, really, the over under. It's about these small pieces throughout the game that you can bet on, and they only have attention for that anyway. So
I hate to put this out,
and they could just check the stat line. They don't have to watch the game.
Yeah,
I hate to put this out there because you don't want to put things in the ether like this, but I could really see now us being so indoctrinated into gambling and social media. It's gonna be money on people's heads.
I'm sure it is already.
Online, like legalized betting. It's gonna be the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's real underground.
Yeah, I think on the dark web that probably already exists.
Yeah, and if you, I don't know if you guys saw, it was huge. It's on Netflix. Squid Games, gone 360 back to Korean, art or whatever. That's what Squid Game is about. It's about how the society is slowly turning into a degenerate thing where people just bet on everything.
Yeah.
And I think that was the underline of that whole series.
And that's how they're preparing us for it.
And that's how they're preparing us for it. That's damn. You know what? I'm starting to feel really bad. This is crazy. This is really crazy.
Man. And they push like Squid Games. I'm not saying it wasn't a good show, but how they push Squid Games, it's so many better shows.
Yeah,
it was a psychological
that you could
operation.
watch. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
They're pushing that like they used to push gangster rap. Like they really pushing it to the forefront. And I'm like, y'all used to have so many better shows. You got better shows now on there that they could put the marketing dollars before,
Halloween costumes.
Yep. So, hey man, it's a mean, dirty, diabolical game that they playing out here right now, and you can't get away from it unless you just don't participate.
Don't participate. That's why I have a lot of friends, not a lot of friends, but enough friends who gamble. And of course, our good friend Clifton Allen, who's one of my oldest friends, he's a gambler, and I think he's good at it, but I don't. I think he is, but I don't know the gambling world to know what's good, what's not good, right? I have other folks who put, but I just never like. To me, it's like it's an addiction. You get that dopamine hit.
Yep.
You win. Oh shit! I used to play cards, little pity pat, little crazy eights, little bullshit, and I used to win. But something was like, nah, nigga, chill, because you don't want to be addicted to the adrenaline rush. And I was able to stay away from it. I'm saying if I'm a gamble on something, I'm saying gamble on me.
Yeah, and that's what it is. You actually hit on it, Hawk. Everything now is about the dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Everything. So yeah, man. It's they running the game I love though, man.
Yeah, man. And the games. not
The
just
games, yeah.
not just football and basketball. It's basically it's everything. All right, Kyle, you want to say something?
No, I was just thinking out loud. It's going to be interesting to see the props they do with this World Cup. That's going to be a nice rollout to see what they're going to do to take. I mean, it's already a global thing, but I'm just curious to see what they're going to do with this too, because most Americans don't know much about the game of football, soccer, But if you can make enticing props that keep people into it, that's another end.
That's a way to bring people into it.
Yeah. And that's international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is IZM Sports episode 231. I need you guys to like, subscribe to the channel, share this stream, bring people into the conversation. We do this every Tuesday, 7 p.m. from the beginning of football season to the end of basketball season. So we got like a few weeks left for y'all to tap in, before we take our little hiatus, and we'll be back at you in September. Now, that said, the NFL draft was this past week. And I just figured we just talk about some things. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't dig into college football this year. I don't really know much. I do know about Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, who won the chip. And he's touted as, well, actually, let me not say that. What I've been hearing about him is that he's not the best pick. It's just the best pick available. He's the best number one available. I don't know how true that is. I know they won the chip. I know he was a big part of it. He seemed like a very confident individual, but I don't know in terms of his skill set whether it translates to the NFL. Maybe you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a hell of a competitor. Will do what it takes to win, and I think he's average. I'm not going to say average. I think he's above average as far as a prospect and what we've seen in the past from number one picks. I don't think he's elite or great. I just think he's above average. I thought the Jets actually did a great job in their draft picks. I thought Giants did a decent job. Philadelphia, when you want to talk about front office, Philadelphia's GM is by far one of the best in what he does with trades, drafting.
Definitely.
My man is really good at what he does. But I thought overall, it didn't look like anybody just listening to the commentary, particularly in the first round, was just, screwed up. You didn't really hear anybody saying, what the hell? Oh, no, that's stupid. Or that's a higher pick. Except, no, I take that back. There were question marks about Ty Simpson just because he didn't have a number of games.
Right. All right. So that's where I wanted to land at.
Yeah.
The Rams picked up what's his name?
Ty Simpson. But I thought it was a brilliant pick. If you're looking for someone who to be the future, good pick, because what we've seen from him at Alabama, solid. Not a lot of games, but he's solid, and he's going to learn from a Hall of Famer. So,
right. So I see some criticisms of that pick, including from the head coach there. What's his name? What's the boy's name?
McVay.
Thank you. McVay seemed unhappy when they picked him. Came back the next day with a cleaner statement in regards to the pick. But because he hadn't had a lot of reps, he hadn't really done anything on the college level, actually. And the pushback on Shador last year, Shador being what was Shador? What pick? Fifth round. Fifth round.
Yep.
Some crazy late in the fifth round.
Yeah, like
and
Saturday morning.
It shows you, even with Mendoza, it's like the celebration around this guy, and
right.
It's just, man, it just boggles. I mean, it doesn't boggle the mind. I'm just being facetious when I say this, but it boggles the mind that there would be any criticisms around Shador in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Considering we see the next draft, these two gentlemen who are, I would say Mendoza, I wouldn't say he's better or worse than Shador. I don't know. I don't want to put that out there.
Yeah. I just think the quarterback class in this draft was mediocre at best. And all these guys really should have been later round picks. I think any other year, somebody like Mendoza would have been a second round pick. So that's just where it is. This was not an elite quarterback class that's coming out. What Mendoza has for him is he has Tom Brady there, you know.
Yeah.
But how much is Tom Brady actually going to work with him?
I think for Mendoza, he's going to. And the reason why I say
so?
that is, yeah, although Mendoza went number one, and Tom Brady coming out of Michigan, getting drafted to the Patriots, sitting the bench, he gives me Tom Brady.
He does. He
gives me Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Which ain't no slouch.
Yeah.
Ain't no slouch, of course.
He gives that. He has that kind of competitiveness that you saw in Tom Brady. That I'm gonna make a play. I don't know what the play going to be. It might be with my arm, might be with my legs. I'm just going to make a play. It might put my life in danger. Might put the game in danger. But I'm going. I had a confidence to make that throw or make that run. He seems to have that.
And the way he just looks, he just gives me Tom Brady.
Yeah.
With Tom
Americana.
Brady there, I got a feeling Tom Brady's going to be involved in the development.
I think maybe I'm a little more cynical with this, but I think a big reason that we get a heavy dose of, but he's a winner. He won the national championship, so I can't take anything away from him on the field. But I think the reason we get a heavy dose of Mendoza is because of who was behind him. And what I mean by that is, what's the guy from Shark Tank that runs the big NIL operation for Indiana?
Oh, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban is huge in Indiana right now as far as building that program on the NIL level and making that program a national championship in football, which I don't think we've ever seen the Hoosiers win a national championship.
He bought the championship. He bought the
championship. He's a businessman. Tom Brady is very, very aspirational in business. As well as Mark Cuban having so many other friends, it makes a lot of sense for him to, in the sense of his NIL, to recruit more players, to say that my program got the number one pick to the Raiders, and using my relationships I have to make sure that guy goes number one. Again, not taking anything away from Mendoza and what he did on the field, because he won those games. That's indisputable. However, Shedeur is a great player, and he won a lot of games. He didn't win a national championship, but he won a lot of games too. I think the difference is who they have behind them and the relationships that those people have with the owners, the other GMs, the powers that be. But that's me being cynical, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah, I think Mendoza's going to be fine, but he's going to be fine. And you might be right. I hope you're right that Tom Brady really works with them. I'm sure on a mental kind of classroom type level, he's going to work with them.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I throw this out there because it's what I do. Mendoza, I guess, sent a tweet during the George Floyd protest and has some comments we would expect from somebody like that.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
He was in high school when these tweets were made, or these comments were made on social media.
What is Mendoza?
I mean, Mendoza is a Spanish last name.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if he's Spanish though.
Yeah,
he's definitely white, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like some type of Latin descent.
I believe he might be of Mexican descent. But that's also one of the things I find interesting with everything going on. They kind of devalue Shedeur last year.
Cuban.
It's Cuban. So now this is even better. And now they devalued Shedeur, Black, African American, and now they propped up this Cuban American. I think there's a lot to be said there, because we know Cubans historically don't want to identify with us and are huge supporters on the right
Yeah, but now check this fun fact out. I follow this page on IG. Mr. Guerrero does some great commentary. Latin brother, he's on the right side of history. Said that in percentage wise, there are more deportations of Cubans than any other group.
But
that they're being most affected by this nigga's policies.
Yes, because it's political in nature, though. It's political in nature because Cuba is one of the last places we need to take over for their natural resources. We got Venezuela. You know,
that's the whole place going down right now. But the thing is, okay, to that point though, that's even greater because the Cubans that are here, right, don't really like the machine over there.
No,
they don't really like, and
because remember the machine over there. One of the things that going back to Castro, he identified with his African heritage,
with the brothers.
Yes,
with the brothers.
Yes, and the ones who left, they did not.
Right.
The ones who were benefiting pre-Castro, identified with the Europeans.
Right. So you over here, and you know, I vote for Donald Trump.
Yep.
And literally, that woman, her son or father, literally that woman. So it's like and we all are, mind you, we're supporting and feeding the very same thing that wants to get rid of us.
Yes.
They're like, just so blatant. It's like,
they're so
right in your face.
Blatant with it. It's like, what are y'all thinking?
Yeah, but that's one of the things that stood out to me about Mendoza. I mean, and it's just where we are right now as a country. We're propping up mediocrity, as long as it has pale pigmentation, you know, and devaluing excellence and greatness if it has melanin.
Iran said, "Listen, until y'all bring back the GOAT, I don't want to hear nothing. I want to deal with the varsity team."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, and I don't want to take us way too far, but that 60 Minutes episode of the was it the Ayatollah when he set free the three brothers that were hostages, and the way that he talked about 1979, and he talked about the way that the hypocrisy of our nation and the way that they treat our people, us. So they didn't like him from then. They've been waiting to get him since he said that in 1979.
Yeah.
Wow.
God bless his soul.
Yeah, man. Anyway, outside all that, I think Mendoza is going to be fine. I think Tom Brady, if Tom Brady especially gets in his ear and helps consult his, which only makes Tom Brady look good and the Raiders look good. So
makes the Raiders look good.
I see that happening, and the Raiders in Vegas, a new life. You know, that brand means something to the NFL. The Raider logo, the Raider history and mystique. So
they still got the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. I think I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be much different for the Black.
It's going to take some time.
With anything.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Let me see what else. Oh, I got the Cowboys up here. And we will talk about the 49ers too, since coach.
No, we're not talking about 49ers. They drafted a geriatric squad.
Somebody said, like, over the last, I guess, 5, 6, 7 years, whoever's drafting players for the 49ers just need to be completely fired. Like, they failed on every draft.
Yeah.
I mean, like 5 to 7 years.
I mean, Mr. Irrelevant was a good pick.
Yeah, the tough part about the 49ers is they're drafting good players. They're just old. Like, they drafted a running back who's 25. McCaffrey's 29. So how does that really help you? You know, you're drafting old dudes. Now they got a safety who looks like he's going to be really good. But they just drafted a bunch of older players. And while that could be good when you're talking about from a strength standpoint and ready to come in and play right away, but you know, you need
Well,
you need
let me ask you a question, Coach. Like, I mean, and Kai, generally speaking, football players tend to play 4 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Average,
So
yeah.
If they're lucky.
well, yeah, right. 22, 23, if you do 4 years.
Yeah.
These guys were coming in at 25, you said?
Yeah.
Probably maybe started college late, you know, went to JC a couple.
They just did 6-7 years. You know how they go now.
Yeah.
So, and that's a lot of wear and tear on the body coming in. You know, particularly a 25-year-old running back. That means he's been playing a position 15 years. They started at 10 years old.
Well, I saw that report about 49ers and their draft success. But then I'm like, they've been in the playoffs contending for a championship for the last 5 to 7 years.
Yep.
You know, so whatever's happening on draft day is not translating to actual success. Everybody can't win the Super Bowl.
You took the thought right out of my head. That's
everybody can't get there. And they're like always in contention or there. So
I'd rather be the 49ers and be irrelevant on draft day instead of like, oh, we have the 5th pick, we have the 6th pick, we have the 1st pick, because we always suck.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Yeah.
I mean, my Cowboys drafted Micah Parsons very high.
Yeah.
And how'd that work out?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I think the Cowboys just draft. They did all right job. You know, they didn't. You know,
and everybody's saying Caleb Downs is supposed to be like a very very big edge rusher that strengthens the defensive line. They've been sucky on defense for like the last motherfucking.
Yeah, that was a great pick. That was a great move. But Jerry is known for making the big moves. He'll do what he has to do to make the big move.
Right. Yeah. Well, Caleb Downs is a safety. Let me correct myself.
He's safety.
Malachi Lawrence is the edge rusher who people are saying that was a great pickup.
Yep.
As well.
And we know they needed help in the defensive backfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Had
Jason Barham, linebacker, another defensive pickup. Drew Shelton from Penn State, offensive tackle.
Needed that.
Absolutely. Devin Moore, cornerback, another defense. LT Overton, defensive line. And then Anthony Smith, wide receiver, East Carolina. Cowboys aim to revamp their defense with Jerry Jones noting a dramatic change in their defensive approach. They
never had that coordinator in the first.
Traded up to secure Caleb Downs using a 5th-round pick, and traded back from 20th overall to 23rd to select Malachi Lewis. So they're targeting defense for sure. They're doing what they got to do to make defense pop. What about the Giants, Kai?
I'm really pleased with the picks, man. I'm really pleased with what they did, especially the first 2 picks that they had in the first round. The brother was Avril
Reese.
Yeah, man.
Another Ohio State pickup.
Like you, I didn't pay too much attention to college football, especially this past season. But everything that I've been looking at, the dude looks as advertised. So we'll see, man. I'm like I said last week. I wish we would have got the brother Jordan from Arizona State, had another wide receiver out there on the other side of Neighbors.
Didn't they get to get Hood?
Yeah, we got yep.
Well, they did get Malachi Fields at wide receiver from Notre Dame.
We got Malachi Fields.
Yep.
And I was checking out some of his YouTube sizzle reels. I mean, we'll see. He looks like a really athletic, strong. And sometimes it's better when you find, and I know people have been saying this for years, but sometimes it's better when you find those position players later in the draft, and start, especially with the Giants, man. We have our offensive identity. At least we think we have it figured out. We got the quarterback, we got crazy boy in the backfield. along with Singletary, and we have Malik Neighbors. So let's get this defense squared away because that's our biggest Achilles heel right now, particularly the secondary. We lost Dexter Lawrence. I feel like that turned out to be a good thing for us in the draft, but we'll see. We'll see. And to Coach's point, the Jets did I'm pleased to say, not that I have any skin in the game with the Jets, but I'm pleased to say I think the Jets did a really good job with their pickup too.
Yeah, and with the Giants, it's more about those young players just staying healthy. If they stay healthy, return from injury, and be as effective as they were pre-injury, I think the Giants are going to make a nice jump. They're going to make a nice jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fields, I believe, has good size. You need that to go along with Neighbors. Hood, another good receiver. You know, you got to give your QB target.
Well, this is a beautiful throw because you're throwing it to the big receiver, and it's either going to be a completion. See, that's the strength of a boundary receiver.
And it's a play action on the first play, and C.J. Carr going deep downfield. Malachi Fields has it, and just like that, Notre Dame is on the board.
Yeah, I don't know if the Giants have had a big receiver since Plaxico.
Well, we had Odell, who was pretty explosive, but that was like.
But Odell wasn't big though.
Big like.
Yeah, size wise, yeah.
Yeah.
So with Neighbors on the other side, you know, I don't know who else they got at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Let me see who else they got at wide receiver for you guys.
Yeah, I like if they could get somebody in the slot, you know, then that'd be good. And then you got you got you crazy Scatterborough. You got some offensive weapons now.
Because that's what made Victor Cruz so explosive out of the slot is that you had Hakeem Nicks on one side and you had Mario Manahan on the other side.
Yep.
And then he was just like and he was so fast.
Yep.
So the depth chart for the Giants 2026: Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, Malachi Fields, which is the draft pick, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin III.
Austin, is that the same one he was in Dallas for a second?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Darius Slayton is like the Mikal Bridges of football. Like those two remind me of each other. They both choke in the big spot. Man.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So let's get to it. NBA, what's going on?
Let's get right to the Knicks because they play tonight. The Knicks are going to be.
I was getting ready to say I'm getting ready to get over to this Knicks game in a second.
Yeah, I think the Knicks going to be broken up after this year.
Wow.
You know, they got too many players who are similar, and you just don't get enough production. You know, you got a undersized 4 in Hart. OG is a 3 and D guy who's not great at the 3 or the D. And I'm going to say both that. And Mikal's the same thing. You just don't get enough production from 3 guys who are supposed to be 3 and D guys. Mm-hmm. Like they're not great at either or, you know. And when you got a 3 and D guy, it's just that's their specialty. That's it. That's what they do. These guys are, you know, they're average and they all play the same position, and it's just not going to work. And everybody puts it all on Cat, but it's not Cat's fault. You know, I think they all touch the ball more than Cat actually does.
Well, yeah, I think that's the problem. I think that it seems as if, well, we know Jalen Brunson is running our offense. The offense is going through him.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been talk that maybe that's happening a little bit too much.
Yeah, it is.
That, you know, especially in those final moments, you know, these other players aren't really touching the ball. So they're not in rhythm. They're not hot. They haven't found their shot. They're asked to. And then you got Cat kind of like on the island, not doing nothing, or he's on the bench.
Yeah.
So when they did switch that around, though, they caught a win.
Yep.
So they changed the game plan with Cat being more of the focal point of that next game.
Yeah, because Atlanta can't guard Cat. They don't really have anybody who can guard him. You know, if they go smaller, he can shoot up right over him. You know, they bring in the tall, skinny African guy,
Muhammad Gay. Yeah.
Yeah, he just muscles him. You know, to even say that with Cat is crazy, but he knows he can do that to him. So it's like
Jonathan Kuminga does a pretty decent job when he goes up, when he defends him. But I'm not gonna say he can stop Cat,
right.
But out of everybody, he does the best to do something with him.
Yeah, and they focus on Jalen, whether they trapping him or McCollum has taken it to heart. Like, you got against me,
giving him the work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got to break that team up.
To your point, Coach, I think they could get tremendous value if they package Josh Hart, OG, and what's his name? I just said his name, Mikal Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say they just that three and they can get Giannis. We'll see. I don't know, but if they could package that,
they got to go get Giannis. They got to go get him. But it would be a mistake to trade Cat to get him.
I agree.
Yeah. And I think they going that would be the dummy move. You know, that's what everybody's saying. Yo, trade Cat. Get them Villanova guys up out of there.
You know? Wow, that's crazy. It's just 2 years ago, he was like, "This is what it needs to be. The chemistry. There's something about that."
They got rid of the wrong Villanova guy. They should have kept DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo.
You know.
Yeah.
You know? And they gave up too much to get Mikal Bridges. He was nice in Brooklyn because it was Brooklyn.
Yeah. And he came at a time when
Kai, but there was nothing else going on.
No, it's true because I watched from when KD left and him and Cam Johnson came over from Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
He caught a window where the Nets were already above 500 team, so they were on pace to make the playoffs anyway. And he came and just did a lot of things right and kind of just rode the wave of them already being a pretty decent team when they were rolling. That next season really showed like, oh yeah, this guy's a role player.
Yeah, he's a role player. He's a role player.
This guy's really a role player. And it's stupid on the Nets for trying to build him to be a star because,
they had
or maybe not because, and maybe not because that's how they were able to get all them picks from the Knicks by trading. So
not. Yeah, which was a great PR move. They built him up to something he's not and got all them picks. But you know, and Villanova, if you follow Villanova, all their players are role players. That was their system.
Mm-hmm.
They like Brunson wasn't a star at Villanova. They didn't have stars. They were a team of role players that played well together. You know.
Damn. Everybody can hear each other, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jazz, can you do me a favor? Can you go to the YouTube on Madism, the live, and tell me if you got volume?
So, you know, I think that was, you know, sometimes you look at teams and say, oh, I want to bring these guys in because they know how to play. They got good communication, teamwork, know how to play the game. They were role players, and that works in college basketball.
Yeah.
You know, that works in high school and college. When you get to the pros, you have to have a defined role and be really good at that role. And a lot of players who become role players in the league were actually stars on their college team. They just got to do what they got to do to play at the next level.
Yeah.
So
this series is tied what
2-2.
2-2.
And they're playing now in the Garden.
Yep, in the Garden.
The Knicks lose, it's scary.
It's scary. Oh my God. I want to say the Knicks are going to win this game, and then they'll go get the fourth in Atlanta.
I feel like they have to win this game.
They do. If they lose, then it's scary.
Atlanta's not losing at home.
No, it'll go 7. Exactly.
Yeah. Atlanta's not losing at home. Because Atlanta has an advantage. If the Knicks fly back to Atlanta,
the energy gonna be crazy if they fly back to Atlanta down fucking what 3-2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And they're gonna be sending things to the hotel. Like it's all
Atlanta's gonna be rocking.
Yes.
And you know, I've been rooting for the Knicks all year, ever since last year. I just thought that I just like that team because of the story, because of the whole Villanova thing. You know, I really believe in Jalen Brunson. I just think he needs to do a little less than what he's been doing, but I believe in him. You know, so I've been rooting for him all year, and I get here and I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to see the Hawks win.
I want to see the Hawks.
I want to see that happen now.
Yeah. My son is a big Hawks fan, so he right there.
You know where they came from with the whole Trae Young debacle and everything. Nobody thought the Hawks would even be in the playoffs at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying I think that this upset would be bigger than the Houston LA upset if that was to take place, which we think it will. And we'll get to that.
I thought you meant Detroit.
That's upset. Yes.
Wow, I didn't even factor that in. That's
the Lakers to me is not an upset. The Lakers are the 4th seed. They're supposed to win the series. It's not an upset. And
but I mean, you know,
with KD out, like how can you lose to them? KD is out.
Yeah, but even still, all of the odds were heavily on Houston to win the series.
That's because everybody thought KD was going to play and Luka and Reeves were out.
Even when KD wasn't playing, except for that last game.
Nobody thought that Houston was going to win without KD.
No, going into it, the odds were for Houston to win even without KD. I'm talking about the first game. Now the second game, because Lakers already tapped that ass, but then they end up winning that game.
Luke Kennard.
Yeah, I think that was the odds makers. Just hey, we need to get some money. Let's fool.
Right. I don't think anybody expected Banchero and Suggs and them boys to jump on Detroit like that.
I didn't expect that.
They smacking Detroit around.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, is it 3-1?
3-1.
Is it
3-1?
3-1. Okay, 3-1. So they got one more game, or they have another game.
Yeah. Now, what people were saying was that Detroit doesn't have enough shooting outside of Cade Cunningham. Like
they don't.
Where these other points coming from, and Doran, I guess, just hasn't lived up to billing coming into the playoffs as he was during the season. I think he was averaging 19 during the season, and now he's averaging 9 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think he just broke up with Angel Reese. And
word.
and Wendell Carter is actually, I think, who she dated right after him.
Damn.
I feel like his mental might not be right.
Well, he got yammed on last night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he got yammed on bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think I think he's being affected by, all of that personal stuff.
And I look at Detroit, as good as they were this season, this was a great season for them. They were one of the top teams in basketball, let alone the Eastern Conference. Mm-hmm. But I look at them the way I looked at Cleveland last year. Really great record. Mm-hmm. Good coach, really good coached team, and a legitimate star in Cade. But they were just garbage 3 years ago. Like garbage. They were a horrible team. I think they still have a lot. Like where Cleveland is now, I think it's, even with Harden, even before they had Harden, I think they're leaps and bounds better than they were last year because they had opportunity to grow together and play together. I think Detroit, they were never going to be in the deep playoff run conversation, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah. I think we called it early though. Like they would be the team that everybody would be disappointed in, even though
I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all said that.
I remember that the Eastern Conference Finals conversation was Detroit and whoever else. That's what I remember.
Yeah. See, I always thought it would be Boston, and I actually like Cleveland. I like Cleveland.
Boston surprised me. I didn't think Boston was going to do anything this year.
Yeah. Well, early on, I didn't like Boston, but as the season went on, it's like, oh no, they can play. They can play.
I mean, I think we had that figured out. Definitely on the other side of All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown was putting up the numbers. His name was in the conversation.
I'm sorry, my brothers. I got to jump, though. I'm going to holler. Enjoy the games. I'm going to holler at y'all on the text.
All right. Yeah, no, it was, seeing what Jaylen was doing, and for him not to get consideration for MVP is crazy.
Yeah.
Not be one of the 3 finalists. But you can't really say much because the 3 finalists are who they are. But
so who were the 3 finalists were?
It's Shea, Wemby, and Joker.
Wow, after what Joker did last night, even though that doesn't matter.
You can't argue those 3. So.
All right, so here's a conversation I need to have.
He probably is the 4th one. He's probably, Jaylen's the 4th one.
So, Joker, I've been saying since the year after they lost to LA, because I think he got his first MVP the year after the LA chip, bubble chip, right? And then he got back-to-back MVPs. And then he was in the runnings with Joel Embiid for like a minute, and then he has 2? He has 2. Joker.
Definitely has 2. But he's been in the running since then every year.
Like he could have legitimately had 5, really.
Yes. Because he's been in the top 3 since he's won it.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the realm of centers, because I hear like
he's now top 5.
Oh, top 5. Okay.
So you got Kareem. You got Wilt.
You got Bill.
I'm literally drawing a blank on centers. You got
Shaq.
You got Shaq, and
Bill.
I would take Akeem. I don't have Bill in my top 5. Bill is the greatest winner of all time. I don't know if I have Bill Russell. And you know why I don't have Bill Russell? Never saw him play.
Yeah, okay.
We
never saw Wilt play, but it's like, I mean, we see clips of Bill Russell. I see clips.
Yeah, but you see, I think the clips of Wilt were
more
dominating,
like the Little Rascals and shit.
Yeah, Wilt's clips were dominating.
Well, he got he got more rings. Bill got.
Yeah, he definitely got the ring. But he also had the best team every year.
He had the best team every year.
Like there was never a point where I think Wilt might have played, not Wilt, Bill Russell might have played with a minimum of 3 other all-stars every year.
Young Wilt Chamberlain reminds me, or this person reminds me of a young Wilt Chamberlain, is Giannis.
Yes.
Yeah, with a better shot though.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I would Joker right now is in my top 5. Now I don't think he will leap others. I don't think he'll leap the other 4.
So number 1 is Kareem. Number 2 is Wilt.
Yeah.
Number 3 is
you could flip 3 and 4, Shaq or Akeem. You could.
And then 5 is Joker.
Yeah. And that leaves out a lot of other great centers. You still got David Robinson. You got Bill Walton. You got Bill Russell. You got some great Moses Malone. You got some great centers. But what Joker, his all-around game can only be compared to either Wilt. Shaq didn't get to expose. Shaq had the ability to handle. I don't know if Shaq was as great a passer as Joker. But Shaq did have that skill set. But Joker, man, he out here putting up triple doubles. He's only behind Magic and who else was it? It's like Magic and
Oscar Robinson and some shit.
Yeah, it's like guards. He's like behind guards with playoff triple double.
Triple.
It's like, how is that possible? I think Magic has 30. The second person has 28, and Joker has 23, something like that.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Oh, it's just crazy. As of April 28th, 2026, Nikola Jokic and Russell Westbrook are tied for the most total triple doubles in NBA history, regular season and playoffs, with 221. God damn!
Come on, man.
After Joker reached this mark during the 2026 playoffs, Westbrook holds the top spot for regular seasons only with 209, while Joker has accumulated 198. So regular season, Russell Westbrook leads.
Right.
The Joker is all-time tied playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs, and that's crazy, man, for a center. An unathletic center.
Right. Like it's scary because you don't want to say it, but man, I don't know. I know he'll never crack the other four for you.
Yeah.
But if we going by
numbers,
if we going by numbers, he's still got a long time to put in work, bro.
Yes.
Like he's number 5 now. He's only played he's in the league 9 years?
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah. See, I can't even say he won't crack the other
the
four.
way he plays, he got at least another 5.
Yeah, I would say
probably 7, 8, 9, 10 even. He could put in 20 years the way he played.
I don't know if he will ever surpass Kareem for me because Kareem is my GOAT because he changed the game at every level. High school, college, pros. Like they just changed rules because of Kareem. That's how dominant he was.
Yeah.
But what Joker does, man, passing the ball, rebounding. He doesn't block shots like those other guys. But man, his shot can shoot the 3, go inside, get you some easy buckets. He IQ is off the charts. He makes the game easy.
Joker has recorded 589 total career blocks in the NBA. He averages approximately 0.7 blocks per game over his career with a personal single game high of 5 blocks.
Yeah, so that's probably lowest out of all those guys.
He's 8th in Denver Nugget franchise history for total blocks.
Yeah, he's probably the lowest out of all those centers. He's probably the lowest when it comes to blocks. But he doesn't need to block shots. That's not something. You got to have a weakness somewhere, and that's his.
Yeah,
that is his.
Okay. Yeah, man. So Denver beat Timberwolves last night. Ant-Man is hurt. Is he back? Is he done?
No, he's because they're saying it's a few weeks, so he's not coming. It's bone spurs,
in his knees.
Yeah. So here's the funny part. KD actually has the same thing, and KD played that. What was second game? He played that second game.
Played the second game, yeah.
Yeah, he actually has the same thing that Ant-Man has, but Ant-Man is going to be out for a few weeks, so he's not playing anymore. DiVincenzo's done, torn Achilles. So Minnesota's done, and I thought Minnesota would make noise in the West. Mm-hmm. I thought they would make some noise this year, but not going to happen. Not going to happen.
There's a conspiracy around the number 0.
Huh? Yeah. And
so over the last, I don't know how many years, everybody that's torn their Achilles wears number 0.
Wow.
DiVincenzo.
Wow.
Halliburton. Tyrese. Yeah, Halliburton. Hold on. I'll get the list for you.
Wow.
It's like 5 people, all wear number 0 with torn Achilles.
Yeah, I would change my number.
An eerie pattern has emerged in the NBA where the last 4 major playoff Achilles injuries have all occurred with players wearing the number 0. DiVincenzo, Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard.
Wow. Hey, man, Jaden Daniels just went by Brunson like he was a cone. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Lakers can get to the Western Conference Finals. I still don't think OKC is beatable.
Well, they got OKC next if they win, no?
Oh, that's right. Oh, they do have OKC next. It's not. I thought they had whatchamacallit. All right, I take that back.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were joking around the other. Well, I was joking around the other day. You might have been serious about the Lakers losing the other day. And as much as you don't want to see them lose, you want to move on. You do want to see Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic come back.
Yeah. So, and I do give them a little bit of a chance because with Jalen Williams being hurt for OKC,
right?
I think that matters. But OKC is so deep.
Yeah, they are.
So that where if Williams is there, it might be a 5-game series. Now the possibility
it might go 7. It could probably go 6.
Yeah, I think they can extend the series. What was I reading an article on ESPN when they talked about like they mapped the whole playoffs out and their pick, and it was actually San Antonio. San Antonio winning, going to the chip and winning the title, that was the pick, and they were like, "Yeah, we know everybody going to be surprised, but I can see it. I definitely can see it because we know they have OKC's number, But I think the Lakers can. I think they can take OKC to 7.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are competitive now because of injuries. They can be competitive. I'm not banking on them at all. And I just, unfortunately, I don't think they have enough. OKC and San Antonio look like the teams to beat in the West.
Yes.
Even though they're struggling a little bit with Portland, but not really. I think they'll get through Portland and move on.
Yep.
Which means they'll face probably Denver.
And I don't think the East, I think, Cleveland's having trouble right now in their series, which I didn't expect. I like Cleveland's team, but they are having trouble.
Detroit is falling apart.
Detroit's done. Boston's doing what they got to do.
Yeah, but I do think that Philly has shown other teams that Boston's beatable.
Yeah, what they've shown is that if you got a guard who can put pressure on Boston's defense, you got a shot. Because Boston really can't do anything with Maxey, And because they shoot so many threes, Boston can shoot themselves in the game and out of the game.
Yeah,
because they rely so heavily on the 3. Who else is in the? I just don't think the Knicks or whoever wins that series, I don't think has a shot at this point.
Atlanta or New York. Yeah, I think it'll be Boston. I think they'll pull it through. I just think it might be a little bit more competitive than say we would have thought 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then we talked about the Lakers. Phoenix is Dunnington. OKC moves on.
Yeah.
I
was watching. When was that? Sunday. Watching San Antonio. And we talk about this all the time, man. I just don't think it should be legal that Wemby plays basketball.
I don't. It's not fair, bro.
It's just not fair.
Not fair. I mean, and like we were saying it jokingly, but seriously, it really isn't fair.
And he hasn't even really scratched the surface of what he's going to be. It's like, come on, man. Just joke out there. It's not right. It's not right.
And good. And moving forward, I'm saying once he catches a groove, he might be back to back champion.
Yeah.
Who's gonna, as long as they keep.
And he got a bunch of young guards around him. It's the oldest one is what, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's what, 28?
Yeah, and he's really young. He's relatively young.
How long was he in Sacramento?
5,
7
years.
7 years.
Yeah. So, man, not fair. Not fair.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anything else before we get out of here?
no, I think we did get to watching these games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we said, man, Knicks better win this one.
Better, but it'd be nice to. I hate saying that. It'd be nice to see the Knicks lose, but it would be just because it's the Knicks.
Yeah,
it's like the Cowboys, y'all. So I don't.
Yeah. Like you want them to win, but then you like
Yeah.
they lose, man. It's because they always do something that's like deserving of them losing.
Always like it'll go 7, it'll be tied, and they'll do some crazy shit in the fuck on the baseline in the corner with like 3 seconds left.
Yeah, you like, come on, that was just stupid, So, yeah, man.
Oh man. All right, bro. Well,
all right, Hot. Be good.